Brussels sprouts and cauliflower, onion, fennel and cucumber, plum, pear and papaya, aubergine and saya, lime, lentils and quinoa, oatmeal bread and oatmeal flour, watercress and okra, tofu and sweet pepper.
Okay fellas, the day has finally arrived. Now we're going to Gullroten. Can be translated in many ways. The carrot as the golden root, or the switched around version meaning the golden pain. It is an award, a vegan award of everything. I talked about it in the last video. I had a couple of other videos I wanted to get up as well, but migraines prevented me from making technical video, and the anti-bailing demonstration was cancelled. So I'm just going on the train, reading Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Scots edition, and I'm going to have this coffin-free cock.
And next one, please give me cock. Do you have cock? Oh, please give me cock. I want a cock.
And then we're just going to live like rich people going to awards. Like rich people, of course we have trolley cases. I usually wear a backpack or something like that. This time we're rich people. They got this pasta and fake chicken type of thing from Deli de Luca. Interesting little thing. Haven't tried this one before. Now that tasted decent. Yeah, well, we should have traveled by limousine, but I forgot to order that one. Yeah, so we'd go by train. That's not very richy, is it? This hotel room is really fancy. Yeah, and as rich people we got some champagne and some croissants or something like that. Combination donuts and croissants. And this is our toilet. It's going to be amazing size. No, it wasn't actually that big, but whoa, the shower. Look at the shower. Look at that size.
Ah, nice.
Really nice. That one I mean. Okay, let's go. Can you do this?
Yeah.
I've never seen you do this before. Aim for the TV.
Yeah, and a mirror.
Go ahead, come on. Let me see you do it. Woo! Where's the squirt?
Oh, I didn't shake it.
You forgot to shake it. Whee! It's a pretty good one. Need some ice cubes. What's the ice machine out there? Empty. That isn't rich man stuff, is it?
It tastes good even though, so.
Yeah, it tastes good even though. This morning has been interesting. We're now going for lectures. I ran across half the city. That was no exaggeration. No, it was just a few hundred meters to the nearest pharmacy, because I'm starting to get a migraine, which isn't what you want to have before such an important day.
Og det jo selvfølgelig, hvis du et dyr, du går jo på do, og duer gjør det, og når hele byen dekket av asfalt og betong, så blir avføringen liggende. Og det ikke noe som vi menneskene synes så mye om.
Så vi kastet oss sammen og opplevde en verden av nye smaker. Så overgangen gikk litt sånn, ja, gradvis. Det jo sjelden at man bytter fra en dag til en annen. Men det var en veldig fin reise. Ja. Så da kan du ta hvis du vil.
Ja, familien min kommer egentlig opprinnelig fra Burma, hvor mat en essensiell del av kulturen. Jeg vil nå si at mat har holdt min familie sammen gjennom ganske mye. Det samtalene rundt middagsbordet som ja, har fått oss sterkere sammen, da.
Det hjelper meg, jeg vil veldig lyst til at jeg skal stå der og ikke i Human-Etisk Forbund.
Ja, tuller takk. Så koselig. Nei, jeg får start. Takk.
Ja, jeg skjønte, altså de er jo spesialister.
Well, if lions kill gazelles and kill lots of gazelles, then even if it's not the lion's fault, we don't blame the lion for doing that. Isn't it still beneficial to prevent the lion from doing that, to kill the lion, because then less gazelles are ultimately going to die? Because by killing that one lion, you're stopping all of these other animals from being killed by that lion? And that's a much more interesting question, and it involves a discussion of wild animal suffering and intervening in nature in order to reduce animal suffering, which is a totally different question. But because people like to rely on these stock responses, you end up completely missing the question and going with the wrong response. So even if you think you know the best way to respond to a question as soon as the words start coming out of somebody's mouth, please listen to the question in its entirety and make sure that you fully understand what they're saying. One of the best ways to do that is to repeat it back to them. Make sure that you actually understand the question before you answer it. Try to restate their position in the strongest possible terms before responding to it to make sure that you've actually got it right, because there's no point engaging with an argument that somebody didn't actually make.
Said that if shooting an elk would reduce suffering, then go ahead and shoot an elk and call yourself vegan for whatever I care. These like reducitarian, utilitarian arguments. But you also named a trait which you can actually bring the other way around. So I want to ask you, what is it that's true of an animal that, if true of a human, would make it okay to remove a human's right to life because it's more practical for a certain individual, and it was also reduce suffering?
In 1 minute and 57 seconds.
I know.
Yeah, a lot of people were disappointed with that conversation.
Kjører vi på med disse næringsstoffene her og får folk til å på en måte ville drikke kumelk og tro at det er bra for deg. Det er ikke så lenge siden det kom også fram et resultat om prostatakreft. Jeg vet ikke om dere har lest om den. Den var jo et stort oppslag i Aftenposten. Det er vel noen av de her. Det her er også noen gamle greier som jeg har lagt ut der, bare for at dere skal se at det finnes mye forskning på det. Jeg har alle de her hvis dere er interessert i å lese med dem selv.
Interesting thing, after those events there, CosmicSceptic kind of took me to the side and just wanted to chat a little bit more about certain topics, and that's great. But I've taken migraine medication today, and you didn't see what happened behind there, because they asked me if I could record the entire speech of Alex O'Connor. But the problem then is I didn't have any more space. Stressful. It didn't go well, to say the least. And now my gimbal is out of battery.
Ja. Ja, okej.
Da spiser ikke grønnsaker.
Hvis det ikke er koselig å se.
Noen del.
Men er det greit å betale for at det skal skje? Hvis du ikke vil se på det?
Jeg ble fortsatt.
Du må guide meg her. Den er shit.
Yeah, I'm overly tired. This is sort of awful, especially without a gimbal. What was the last thing CosmicSceptic said to me?
Good night.
I specifically walked up to me to say good night, and she was like,
Yeah, it was funny that the last thing CosmicSceptic did before he went to sleep was to say goodnight to Vegan Dragon.
yeah, interesting. I'm not even sure if I got it in the lens. Anyways, anyways, for me it was like, yeah, he actually went out of the way to get to contact with me and everything. I didn't expect to make that good of an impression.
På femteplass. Så det er jo ikke så positivt. Så vi må kanskje slutte med det, og jeg vet ikke. Dette er jo helt konge, når du leser sånne her ting. Det skjer jo mye nå. Nå begynner liksom, kanskje det blir litt mer på et høyere politisk nivå, det skjer ting. Mycelium, så vet du, det er sånn her fermentert soppprotein ut av maskinen her. Så jeg var liksom, igjen, nysgjerrigheten jeg prater om, jeg ligger alltid liksom, sikkert 70 meter for langt fram. Men jeg må få bare håpe at noe kommer litt sånn ut også.
Men liksom, i det siste så har jeg blitt organizer i World Saving Hustle, og etter det også lokallagsleder i Bergen. Og det vil jo si at, for det er jo mye det med aktivisme at vi må ha noen som begynner det. Mange har jo lyst til å stille opp og være der, men vi må ha noen som liksom organiserer kubene, og det er ofte et veldig etterspørsel av organizer da. Så jeg følte liksom at det var et sted jeg kunne kanskje hjelpe, for jeg hadde veldig mye motivasjon. Og det samme er jo også Anonymous for the Voiceless, så det er liksom litt samme tingen da. Men i World Saving Hustle så jobber vi litt mer for litt forskjellige ting. Det er jo menneskerettigheter, dyrsrettigheter og klima da. Så da gjør vi gateaktivisme, men vi gjør også bossplukkinger, og vi gjør hangouts, og vi har kampanjer for forbi hvalfangst og gruvedrift på havbunnen og masse kult.
En veganer har vært å hente en bølle og trakassere, og derfor så trenger vi Norsk Vegansamfunn. Vi trenger noen som kan gjøre at vi kan stå sammen. Dette er planen for foredraget om Norsk Vegansamfunn, altså litt hva vil si være et livssynssamfunn. Først om Norsk Vegansamfunn, hva er et livssynssamfunn? Hva, hvorfor, hvordan og når, og så litt om hva vi gjør i dag. Men hold dere fast, vi klarer ikke å få til det her. Dette kommer til å gå av skinnene ganske fort, jeg er redd. Men det er i hvert fall planen da.
Interesting little thing is that if we stay at this hotel, it would be at the same hotel as the conference. We didn't know. It's a bit strange to go to a different hotel when you're supposed to be at another hotel during the day. Weird. Fun little time. There wasn't too many things this day. I ate a few more cakes because I just gave it them out for free to not waste anything.
Or we can pay for it.
Or we can pay for it, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's the mobile pay service that we have here. I don't use it, I don't like it, but seemingly it's the future, sadly. Very interesting little trail we're going across here to get to the train station. This is the way, but it's just so fun to see that we basically walk in a back garden, so to speak. This has been an amazing weekend. I can't really describe it. I didn't expect that it would be so cool, but meeting such cool people, like also meeting up with people that I know from before, it's also great. By the way, Fredrikstad got the what is said to be the nastiest dialect of Norway, but I actually just think it's charming. Yeah, and that's it for me now. And if also I've talked to a few people that would be on Veg Talk, my podcast, and I got a couple of other people. But if there's more people watching this that want to be on the podcast, it's open for any vegan. So you're all welcome.